Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. Happy Wednesday. Also, hey, if any of you are going to be joining me later on today or this evening, depending on where you are, happy Marvel Mystic Mayhem Global Launch Day. I'm just going to reiterate that again, that if you do want to kind of check that out, do head on over to my Discord server. We do have some some channels for Marvel Mystic Mayhem setting up there. Also going to be setting up a guild and doing all that later on today. Going to be spending most of my evening in the EU, of course, playing that tonight. So if you want to check that out. But today, as far as what I'm doing on Marvel Strike Force, we have a little bit of data mines. We also have some stuff basically for next week, talking about the Harbinger finale. So that's how they're listing the final month. Also, the first character of the Fantastic Four is going to be rolling out next week. So yes, quite quickly. In fact, you might have had some updates. I haven't had it yet on my Android, on my LD player, but you might have had some updates for the game. I've seen some background loading screens for the Fantastic Four as well, but I don't quite have that yet. We're going to talk about a few other things as well. So if you're ready to go, well, let's boil this down. Now, I want to talk about this post that I saw earlier on Reddit, and this is going to be the start of the video anyways. What the hell are these prices? Now, this has to do with in-game, right, in the Intel store. You might have noticed this or not, that they are now selling diamonds for the Vigilantes in the Intel store, and some of them are quite expensive. Now, I don't remember the price of one diamond, but two, because I guess I had them all for some reason. I don't know where I got it from exactly, but I had one diamond on all the characters. Two diamonds, 180,000 intel, and I have this image. I think that I think this was someone else in my Discord, anyways. But you can see the three is 445,000 intel. Now, what I do think is kind of funny about this is that you can't buy intel, right? There's by and large, there's a finite amount of intel that you can collect through a variety of different means, but you can't go out and buy directly these diamonds. So what's interesting is that I guess if I'm wondering for the spenders out there, and if you are, let me know how you get it. But I mean, I think that they are available in the diamond orb, right? So I don't know if that's what spenders do, if they kind of save their diamond orbs and they just wait for the new characters to come out and then like hope that you get them, or you just do it through the other ways, right? Because they do have those kind of weird systems with the, is it down here? Like now they're doing this with the thunderbolts and with the accurse. If that's just how they get them, I'm not entirely sure. I'll be honest, and I need to check actually. Do I have any of those weird orbs lying around? No, thunderbolt, diamond orb. So I did get a few of them in the right. The accursed diamond orb. I think I pulled those as well. I think I have like a one, or maybe it's the thunderbolts. I have diamonds on some of them, anyways. So this cost is just ridiculous, right? I would not do this at all. But a lot of people are a bit unhappy about this. But we were warned, and I do want to talk about that as well. So 445,000 intel could also get you 55 Gear Tier 20 pieces. So obviously, right, we can almost agree that that's way more important. Maybe that's like a third of a G20 character, but it's still a lot, I think, anyways. So it's not worth it. 180 Hovering Shards is also 450k intel. So if you wanted to get a new character unlocked earlier on, and let's say let's extrapolate this to the Fantastic Four, right? If you wanted to use that intel to get more shards for Franklin Richards, let's say, that's a better thing to do than to buy one diamond on one character. That's just my opinion. Anyways, so no, I wouldn't go crazy about this. Don't buy these, please. They're just ridiculously priced. The funny thing is that they said that the Intel store was going to get better. I remember in a post when they were talking about this, like month 2, month 3 are gonna. They said better. They didn't. They may have said more stuff, but they also said better. That it was going to be better value, or that there's going to be juicier things in there, or something like that. And maybe that's what they meant by it. But honestly, that's not how it looks right now. They've added character shards, sure, but they haven't really made things better. That's just kind of more of what was already here, right? Like originally we had these character shards in here, and they just added other character shards in here. It's not necessarily making it better. At least that's not how I would define it, anyways. I guess that's their idea of making things better, is adding that, and the rest of it was kind of already here, anyways, right? Like all of this was already still here. The Gear Tier 20. They haven't brought in better value for Gear Tier 20 by any means or anything like that. You're still getting a 5 for 40k. So that's just how it is there. Now I do want to kind of go to the blog where they made mention of this, just in case people forgot, right? The Red Star and Diamond availability update. So we'll soon be updating the Red Stars and Diamonds, beginning with the Vigilantes team. Instead of going to the Elite Store for direct promotions, they'll be going into the Chapter Store and be acquired using the, in this case, Intel, right? After 2 months, so 2 months from now, they will go into the Elite Store, where you could buy Red Stars and Diamonds directly. Now, I'm going to put another column in one of my spreadsheets in my character release so that I can keep track of when this is due for the Vigilantes and the newer teams after this, so that we know basically when it's going to be available for free. Now, my guess is you are going to get a 7 yellow of these characters before the next 2 months. That's just my thoughts. Maybe I'll be wrong. They're in the bumps now, which means that they're going to be in the Battle World store probably by next month, and you should be able to fast buy them. I'm already, buying up my Starjammers, and I'm pretty close to 7-star on some of them. Havoc's 263 shards, and I think my Howard is almost, there we go, almost 7 yellow. So you very likely are going to get these characters to 7 yellow, the Vigilantes anyways, before those 2 months, in 2 months, so that'll be end of August, right when their direct promotions will become available. My guess is over the next 2 months, you'll probably hit 7 yellow on at least one of these characters before then. So we'll see how things pan out. There were some comments on Reddit saying, oh, blah, 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 we don't have 7 yellow. Well, we don't right now, but they've been finding ways to chuck shards at us that I think we'll have 7 yellow before in 2 months' time for most of us who are engaged. But that's just me. While in the chapter store, direct promotions for a character will always appear, allowing you to promote the character. So, I mean, sure, it's always there, but for a crazy, ridiculous cost, which I am not going to be doing. That's just, I mean, I guess that's nice, right? That you don't have to battle for it in the Elite Store, because that's an issue from time to time. Speaking of which, where's my Fantastic Four? They're not in there. I was going to see if I could pick up some Human Torch and Thing, because I'm lazy and I'm not lazy, I'm impatient. Sometimes they give them away for free, but I just have so many silver diamond. And that's the other. Actually, I do want to talk about this. So maybe this is just me, but I got lots of silver diamond credits just stacking up, and I have nothing to do with them currently for the most part. Like, there's just not a lot of characters worth buying anymore. And my dark diamonds are also continuing to stack up. And also, oh yeah, I forgot. Free 5,000 dark promotion credits. Make sure you pick that up, right, from the Mephisto heist. So as long as you have Mephisto, make sure you do a blitz with Mephisto, and you get all of this stuff absolutely free. Now, for some of us, it's just going to convert into extra credits, right? But there's 5,000 dark promotion credits. That is huge. So I just want to make sure that people do this. Make sure people don't forget about it. You do have like a long time to do it, but hey, you might as well do it now. Get that out of the way and get your free stuff. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to get that done. And then next up, also, yeah, okay, end of June, which is now, right? Okay, there we go. Also want to talk about some of these avatar icons that popped up. Yeah, thanks to Cursed J, who posted it on my Discord server, so I didn't have to go digging. But these portraits are here. And the funny thing about this, though, is that there's a Nihilist portrait now. And while, this isn't crazy big news, the Xavier portrait did not show up, though, until way later. And what I'm wondering is, are they going to have a kit prepared already? And there's a page online on the website where you can actually get into an Annihilus character page, essentially. And I wonder if they're actually going to, like, have him show up in the roster but just sit there dormant for, like, 9 months. Some games do that, right? Where there's, like, the super big guy, they're just kind of teasing him, but leaving him in the roster screen. You can't unlock him, but he's just going to sit there for a while. I wonder if that's what they're going to do with Annihilus. They did that with Null for a little bit, too, didn't they? They did this for a couple months for Null before people actually unlocked him. So I wonder if they're going to do the same with him. It's just like an empty screen, essentially. It's just going to have a Nihilus with the avatar icon. We'll see. That's also in there with the Fantastic Four. I do want to say that Invisible Woman Sue Storm MCU is going to be the first character up next week. There are some data mines talking about this, which indicates that she's going to be released sometime next week. Probably not by Monday, but it'll be later on anyways. And then I can't stop looking. I know it's the likeness of the characters. I find it really funny, and I'm just like, I'm always gonna, this is always gonna be Pedro Pascal. And someone commented on my video yesterday that, like, I just don't know the actress, without looking it up, and I haven't watched a ton of movies over the last couple of years, honestly. Just I haven't been, like, religiously watching movies unless it's on streaming services. And I just don't know who they used for it, but maybe that's just me. And then Franklin Richards here, which obviously is not in the is in the movie as a baby. but that's the avatar icon for Franklin Richards. So that's that. I do want to remind people as well that later on today, obviously, is going to be the, I don't know why it's not in the because it's not a milestone, the events for the invasion event Quasar. Now, this is going to go live later on today. I do want to kind of let people know that if you do milestone 12, you will get a 6 red Quasar. So that is a pretty big bump from 4 to 6. My guess is, though, that while this isn't the end, my guess is this is going to require you doing possibly difficulty 10, maybe not, actually, maybe it won't be that high. So we'll find out. I am going to run this later on tonight. This only lasts for 5 days, so make sure you get this in. You are going to need to use the Vigilantes and the Thunderbolts at a bare minimum, because the 4 final nodes are Thunderbolts and Quasar, or Thunderbolts, Quasar, and Accursed. So make sure you keep that in mind. Also, there's these Harbinger Assemble Orb fragments. The orb is not in the store yet, so I'm not exactly sure what that's for, but the very end, which I assume is a D10 clear on all the nodes, possibly with some packs, I don't know, right? Because I'm not sure how high the points are going to stack. That's 25 gear tier 20 minis. That's quite a bit, right? That's like one full gear item, which is not bad. It's not shabby. So that's good to have, and some quantum energy if you need it. So there's some good stuff in here. Make sure you get done, and also just aesthetic rewards here for the leaderboard. Not a big deal, but make sure that you get these milestones done. There's lots of these Harbinger Assemble Orb fragments. We'll talk about this in the next video when I do. Oh yeah, P.S. I saw this. The Danger Room. It's not Danger Room. It's the Quasar Scourge, but there we go. And so I'm going to do a recording of this, and I'll probably post it ASAP when I am able to do it, assuming that it's not that challenging or difficult to me. The first time was actually really, really easy. We'll see when it comes to the Thunderbolts, though. The Thunderbolts nodes, I'm not a big fan of the Thunderbolts team, so we'll see how they end up doing in those nodes. I may use Quasar, I may not. Last time I just used fully 5-person Vigilantes. I know that a lot of people did take out Electra and put in Quasar. Some people don't have Quasar built, so we'll see how I end up doing this with those nodes. Because if you do want Quasar's abilities active, you do have to add on the War Pact, which then makes the enemies a lot harder for those that do have war buffs in there. So do keep that in mind. I was thinking of trying to do this entirely with just Vigilantes and Thunderbolts and just having the Raid Pact on. But I do want to make sure that I have enough points, at least for my first run, to get Milestone 12 done. I might, it depends on how the points look, if we need to push for Milestone 15, doing other packs, things like that. But I do want to walk away with at least the 6 red to start. So that's probably what we'll be doing in my next video. So let's finish up with the Datamines. There's just a little bit there that I want to talk about. So let's jump on over to my Datamines screen and on my Discord server. So let's just go on over there. And we have over here, you can get about Harbinger's Finale Week 1. There's some of the stuff from, oh yeah, you can see it down here, right? So this is what I was talking about with regards to the Quasar Scourge. So you, on nodes number 9 and 10, you have Thunderbolts and Quasar. So you have to use Thunderbolts to get through 9 and 10. 11 and 12 give you the option of Accursed if you prefer. There's also going to be Cosmic Crucible packs that you can run, but I will not be running that. It's going to make some of the other enemies a lot harder, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to get away with just using the Thunderbolts this time around. The Harbinger Finale Week 1, spend campaign energy, play Crucible, and earn shields from the Danger Room to earn rewards, and then play Blitz with Invisible Wound MCU to earn exclusive rewards. So that's like the premium stuff. Now, what's interesting about this is I think we're going right into another Danger Room. They talked about an X-Men related Danger Room, and this might be this. So we'll see. It's going to be on the blog on Friday, but be prepared that there might be a new Danger Room coming on the back of the existing one that's on right now for sometime next week. And I also want to finish off with this, that there is going to be a premium Red Phoenix celebration offer calendar of some sorts. Earn 120 Omega Red Phoenix Force shards and 50 Gear Tier 20 Mutant Mini Uniques. I don't know how much this is going to cost, but I think this is going to be in the offers pretty soon. I only mention this because for light spenders, or I guess I don't know how much it's going to cost, but it might be something of value for you guys. Now, I am not doing Negative Zone every single day. I did my second run, and that's it. I don't even know where it is. Somewhere, wherever the hell it normally sits. And I did my second run. I did my timed run. I got my stuff, and that's it. I have a lot of things going on this week, as you guys know, with Marvel Mystic Mayhem, and just some other stuff that I just don't want to spend. It still takes me about 40 minutes every day to do this, and it's not, and I don't want to keep track of this. It's resetting for me at like 11 o'clock at night, and I really have I have better things to do, like maybe even sleep. than doing this every single day. But this is just me. Everyone else, enjoy your day. Enjoy your leaderboard grinding for the Fiery Incarnate if that's something that you're doing. And also keep in mind that, like when I mentioned the offer for Omega Red Phoenix Force, that there is additional points, I guess, up here. Oh, yes, one last thing really quick. This should have been earlier on in the video. Battle World. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because the Elite mission, and this is something that I should have talked about, this is related to the leaderboard event, that the waves. So you're going to get Fiery Incarnate Orb Fragments for the leaderboard based on how many of your Alliance members have cleared this. So make sure you try to get all of your Alliance members to do this. Otherwise, even one mess up is going to not get you the 16,000. It looks like we've already done that because someone has a really odd number. So they screwed that up somewhere, and that means I'm probably only going to get up to here. Another reason why I'm not competing in this leaderboard, because for once they've made a solo leaderboard reliant on your Alliance. Normally, it's Alliance leaderboards for Alliance activity. Solo leaderboards, usually not so. In this case, there's going to be 3 versions of this for the 3 zones. There's going to be elite missions for this. Towards another reason why I'm skipping this leaderboard. They can go to hell, and it's 2 weeks long, and I really don't like that. And so, yeah, screw that. That's going to be it for me, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.